In today's world, speed is power. And when it comes to modern warfare, nothing represents speed better than hypersonic weapons. But what if I told you, there are weapons so fast, so unpredictable, that no existing defense system on Earth can reliably stop them? This is not science fiction. This is happening right now. Hypersonic weapons are changing the balance of global power, and countries are racing to develop them before their rivals do. So what exactly are hypersonic weapons, and why are they nearly impossible to stop? Let's break it down. Hypersonic weapons are missiles that travel at speeds greater than Mach 5. That means 5 times the speed of sound. To put that into perspective, a commercial airplane travels at around Mach 0.8. Even traditional ballistic missiles, which are already fast, follow predictable paths. But hypersonic weapons are different. They don't just move fast, they think fast. There are mainly 2 types of hypersonic weapons. The first one is hypersonic glide vehicles, also known as HGVs. These are launched into space using rockets, but instead of following a predictable arc like traditional missiles, they glide back into the atmosphere and maneuver toward their target. The second type is hypersonic cruise missiles. These use advanced engines called scramjets, allowing them to fly at extreme speeds within the atmosphere while maintaining control and maneuverability. Now here's where things get scary. Traditional missile defense systems rely on prediction. When a ballistic missile is launched, systems can calculate its trajectory and attempt to intercept it mid-air. But hypersonic weapons don't follow predictable paths. They can change direction mid-flight. They can fly low, avoiding radar detection. And they can strike targets with almost no warning. Imagine trying to hit a bullet with another bullet, but the first bullet can change direction anytime it wants. That's the challenge defense systems face today. Let's talk about reaction time. When a traditional missile is detected, defense systems may have several minutes to respond. But with hypersonic weapons, that window shrinks dramatically. In some cases, it could be just seconds. This makes decision-making extremely difficult. By the time a threat is confirmed, it might already be too late. And it's not just about speed. It's about unpredictability. Hypersonic weapons can fly at low altitudes, below radar coverage in many cases. This makes them harder to detect early. Plus, their maneuverability means interception systems can't rely on fixed calculations. This is why even the most advanced defense systems struggle against them. Now let's look at who is leading this race. The United States, China, and Russia are all heavily invested in hypersonic technology. Russia claims to have already deployed hypersonic weapons like the Avangard and Kinzhal systems. China has tested its DFZF hypersonic glide vehicle multiple times, showing rapid progress. And the United States is working on several programs, trying to catch up and maintain strategic balance. This is not just a technological race. It's a strategic arms race. Because whoever masters hypersonic weapons gains a massive advantage. These weapons can potentially bypass missile shields, strike critical targets, and change the outcome of conflicts before they even begin. But here's the big question. If these weapons are unstoppable, is there any defense at all? The answer is complicated. Right now, no system can guarantee interception of hypersonic weapons. However, researchers and defense agencies are working on possible solutions. One approach is advanced radar systems that can track hypersonic weapons earlier and more accurately. Another idea is space-based sensors, which can monitor launches and movements from orbit. There's also research into directed energy weapons, like lasers, which could potentially target hypersonic missiles at the speed of light. But all of these are still in development. And none of them are foolproof. This creates a dangerous situation. Because when defense becomes uncertain, the risk of conflict increases. Countries may feel pressured to act faster, react quicker, and rely on automated systems. And that increases the chances of mistakes. In the past, nuclear deterrence was based on the idea of mutually assured destruction. But hypersonic weapons complicate that balance. They reduce warning times, they increase uncertainty, and they create pressure for rapid decision-making. This is why many experts believe hypersonic weapons could be one of the most destabilizing technologies of our time. But it's not all doom and gloom. There is still time for international agreements, regulations, and cooperation. Just like nuclear weapons were eventually controlled through treaties, hypersonic weapons could also be managed. But that requires trust. And in today's world, trust is in short supply. So where does that leave us? We are entering a new era of warfare. An era where speed and unpredictability dominate. An era where traditional defenses may no longer be enough. And an era where technology is evolving faster than policy. Hypersonic weapons are not just another advancement. They represent a shift in how wars could be fought, and possibly prevented. Because when weapons become too powerful to stop, the real question is not how to defend against them. It's how to avoid using them in the first place. And that is the real challenge of the future.